Hey guys, welcome to another Damilola Forex Academy video. Today I'm going to be taking you through an integral part of the Forex charts and an integral part of our analysis, which is the support and resistance. I'm going to be telling you what support and resistances are and how you can be able to use your horizontal support and resistance tools to identify these zones out and trade within these zones. So relax, guys, and I'm going to be taking you through everything you need to know about this. Let's go. We'll start by talking about what support and resistances are. What are support and resistances? It's important to note that support and resistances are sensitive areas on the chart where prices get to and make reactions or rejections. Prices have gotten to these zones multiple times and seem to always make reactions and rejections at that zone. A support zone means that there are buyers at that particular zone. There are lots of buyers at that zone. So once prices get to a support zone, there is buying presence at that particular zone. And a resistance means that there are sellers at that zone. There are lots of sellers and selling presence and selling power there. So support and resistance are very important zones that we should always highlight on the chart to allow us to know where the buyers are and where the sellers are. Except a support is violated, we will keep buying on a support. And except a resistance is violated, we will keep selling at a resistance. Okay, so this is what support and resistances are. The next thing we are going to be talking about is the tools that we use to highlight these support and resistances. The tool for indicating these support and resistance zones. Okay, so the tools we use in indicating these support and resistance zones, one includes the shape, which is a support and resistance tool. Okay, it's a shape. It shows us a large area of sensitivity on the chart. We also use the horizontal line. The horizontal line shows us only a pinpoint and a straight line of a sensitive area on the chart. Okay, they both serve their purposes. Okay, using the shape, which is an horizontal support and resistance tool, using the shape, it shows us a large area of support and resistance. Okay, so whenever I open my chart, I start my charts on the daily time frame. Whenever I open my chart, the first thing I want to do is use the shape to highlight out these sensitive support and resistance zones. Okay, once this support and resistance zones have been highlighted with the shape, then I use my horizontal line to highlight a level, a pinpoint level, whereby if this support and resistance is violated, or if its support and resistance is violated, I can be able to pick my trade. Or if this support and resistance level, if this support and resistance level is respected, I can also be able to pick my trade. So a shape shows us a wider area, while the horizontal line shows us a pinpoint area where we can be able to know that, okay, as soon as prices break this place, it's a pinpoint area, we can be able to place a buy or sell entry. So they both serve their purposes and they work hand in hand. Okay, so they are it's very important that we use these tools in indicating our support and resistance areas. Okay, so the next topic is what are the advantages now of this support and resistance knowledge? Advantages of indicating our support and resistance zones. Okay, so the advantages of indicating our support and resistance zones is that we know the areas to buy and the areas to sell. That is having the knowledge of our support and resistance zone helps us to place an entry. We know that what at a support zone, we'll be looking forward to buying prices, and at a resistance zone, we'll be looking forward to selling prices. Except, of course, prices violates this support and resistance. That is what at the support zone, prices violate the support and turn the support to a resistance. That is it. So I will sell after prices violates this support and turns the support to a resistance. Also, if prices violates a resistance, so that means prices has to close above the resistance and turn this resistance to a support before I'll be looking forward to buying prices. Okay, so the knowledge of support and resistance helps us to know where to buy prices. Okay, they also where to place trades on prices. They also help us to know where to exit trades on prices. I don't want to be caught buying at a resistance zone. Okay, and I don't want to be caught selling at a resistance zone. So whenever I'm on a buy trade, if I see a resistance zone, I take my profit. And whenever I'm selling, if I see a support zone, I take my profit. So the knowledge helps us, and indicating them out helps us to know where to buy and where to sell prices, and also where to take profits on prices. And in general, they are also our support system and guide in making analysis. Okay, we know that, okay, this is a sensitive support zone. I don't want to be caught on a sell here, and this is a sensitive resistance zone. I don't want to be caught on a buy here. So they generally help us to even be better traders. Okay, so now, just like we've talked about, a support and resistance zone can be obeyed or can be violated. Okay, let's just write that down. Support and resistance zone. The support and resistance zone can be obeyed, and a support and resistance zone can be violated. Either ways, if a support and resistance zone is obeyed, then, for example, if a support zone is obeyed, then I'll be looking forward to buying prices. If a resistance zone is obeyed, I'll be looking forward to selling prices. On the other hand, if a support zone is violated, I'll wait for prices to turn the support to resistance, like we talked about, for me to place a sell. And if a resistance zone is violated, I'll wait for prices to turn a resistance to a support for me to buy. Okay, so this is what prices can do when it comes to the support and resistances. So let's go over to the clean page. So I'm going to be showing you how we can be able to use support and resistances for buying and for selling when prices obey and when prices violate. Okay, so it's also important to note that what we use support and resistances, support and resistances should be used along with chart structure. If you want to get a buy or a sell trade, your support and resistance should be used along with a chart structure to give you accurate entry and exit of prices. Okay, so let's go ahead and highlight a particular zone and draw out a particular sensitive zone right here. Okay, so this is the sensitive zone. And what we can see, let's start with prices obeying this particular sensitive zone. Okay, prices makes push, comes back here again, prices goes, comes back here again. This is the third touch right now, and prices breaks above. Okay, so this is an obedience of the support zone, and this happens very often that prices what make a first touch, a second touch, and a third touch of the support zone and take off. Okay, so prices obey the support and resistance zone often, and they also violate them often. But either way, we can be able to see entry. Okay, so now let's also draw out prices obeying a resistance right now. Okay, so for example, this is it. Prices came to these resistances, hit this resistance, And okay, hold on. Let me draw this out properly. Okay, prices kept going, hit this resistance, it couldn't break it. Then kept going till prices continued on a bearish sell. Okay, so here we can see prices clearly obeying a resistance. Okay, this happens very often with prices where we see prices obey a resistance. Okay, so like we said, there is for a resistance, there are sellers there are lots of sellers, so we're looking forward to sell. Now, how are we going to pick a trade when prices violate or support and when prices violate a resistance? Okay, so let's clean this up and show that. Okay, so first of all, let's show when prices violates those support. Okay, so this is it. For example, prices is making higher highs and higher lows right here, okay, above those support. Higher highs and higher lows, respecting the support. Then now we saw prices break below this support. Okay, remember that what this is the support zone that prices is supposed to hold, but instead prices break below the support. Okay, once we see this, we're not just going to sell when prices break below the support. We are going to wait for price to turn the support to a resistance. As soon as we see prices turn the support to a resistance, then we are going to sell. We can sell at the break of this low right here. We can sell and put our stop loss right at the high right here and sell to wherever the next zone is. Okay, so for us to sell, like I said, we have to wait for prices to turn or support to a resistance first, as indicated right here. That's to turn the support to a resistance before we can place our trade. Okay, let's also draw it out for on the other hand also, where we are going to turn a resistance to support. Okay, so prices kept going right here. This is a resistance, or price decided to violate this resistance by breaking above. Okay, I'm not just going to buy at the break of a resistance. I'm going to wait for prices to come and turn this resistance to a support. Once prices turn this resistance to a support, I can buy at the break of the high right here. I can buy, put my stop loss at the low right here and ride to the next sensitive zone. Okay, so this is how you can be able to place trades when prices turns support to a resistance to a support. That is when prices violate a support and resistance zone, and also when prices obeys a support and resistance zone. I'm going to be going over to a live chart now to show you real life examples of what I just showed right here. I'm going to be showing a couple examples. The first example is going to be a violation of the resistance, and the second and third examples are going to be an obedience of the support. You're going to see how you can place trades when there's a violation and when there is an obedience of support and resistance. Okay, so we are going to be using our support and resistance together with the chart structure, because using them together gives us accuracy of where to buy and where to sell. Okay, so clearly you can see prices right here on a bearish structure of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so we used our support and resistance at this point. Let's bring our shape out. We use our resistance now at this point. Okay, this was our resistance zone right here. We can see clearly that price was on lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so prices now decided to what? Price decided to violate the lower highs and lower lows by breaking this resistance right here. We saw prices close above this resistance right here, indicating that what? Indicating that the bulls are now in charge. Okay, so we might not buy directly. We are going to wait for prices to do what? To turn the resistance to a support. So as soon as we see prices turn the resistance to a support, it's a good buy indication, and what? We're going to buy prices and soak in some profits right here. Okay, once we saw prices turn into a support, we could have probably bought at the break right here and soak in some profit, or bought as soon as what? We saw prices make candlestick close above this zone right here, turning into a support. It could have also been a good buy entry and would have soaked in some profits after prices violated a resistance and turned the resistance to a support. Okay, so we can also see another example right here this time around. prices turned a sensitive zone right here. Prices respected it for prices respected another sensitive zone right here. Okay, so let me bring out my tool to highlight our chart structures. Okay, so this is a push, this is an exhaustion, this is a push, this is an exhaustion at this sensitive zone. So instead of prices violating the sensitive zone, prices came, respected the sensitive zone, okay, and gave us a good buy trade right here. Okay, this is a good buy trade for us. As soon as what we saw prices respect this support zone, maybe after a bullish presence around here, it could be a good buy entry for us, and we could have bought prices and made some money at a respectance of a support zone right here. Okay, so also let's see one more example right here. We can see prices respect at this point. We could see prices respect a support here also to trust in so much profits. Okay, so this was how this particular one played out. Okay, we saw prices leave the zone. Okay, respect the zone, go again, respect the zone, go again, respect the zone. Okay, so remember that what we said at the support, there are buying presence and buying power. So here would have been a very good entry point for us, where we could have bought and made so much money. You can see how prices trusted up in profits. Okay, so here we could have bought at where, as soon as we saw prices turn this place to a support, maybe at a close above or conservatively at this level. Okay, at the close above this level here, we could have bought, or we could have bought once we saw prices respect this support level, we could have bought around here, put our stop loss around here. Once we saw prices respect support level, and bought to the next resistance around. Okay, so these are examples of how prices can obey support and resistance, or how prices can violate support and resistance. Either ways, we can be able to place trades with them and still soak ourselves in very good trades and very good profits. So thank you very much, guys. If you enjoyed this video, do like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to be dropping more videos to make sure everyone becomes profitable. Thank you.